Hello Capricorns, and thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to your reading today, tonight, or whichever time you're deciding to watch it right now. I just want to do you guys' reading because I feel like I haven't connected with y'all in a while. I feel like I haven't talked to y'all. I feel like I haven't really done a recent reading for you all. So I just want to check in with you guys. Hope that you enjoy the message, whatever comes through Divine's love and guidance and grace. I hope that it speaks to you, resonates with you, brings you some clarity, some calm, but if not, it's all good. Just simply means that it is not your energy or message. Okay, Capricorn. Also, following that, I'm going to do a love reading. So I promise to, well, let me not say that. Okay. I will try to be sure to make sure that I upload this at least by no later than Sunday. And today is August the 19th, 2021, or so I like to say. Okay, so. Alright, Capricorn, let's get into your energy. I don't know why I want to mention this, but y'all, I want my sword. Do you want yours too? I know I want my sword. You know, you have to train for that sword. Okay. Alright. Whoa. As I say that. For those of you that know what I was saying when I just said what I said, you know what this means. Okay? Alright. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? I want you to look at this oracle, Capricorn. Okay? Let's see. This warrior woman, this vigilant woman, this powerful woman. Okay, and this is not gender specific. You can envision this to be a male, okay, or the male version of you. She's a person who is of purpose, who is of virtue, who has a mission to accomplish, who has a purpose to fulfill through Divine's love and guidance and grace. Look at her sword. You have, like I said, you got to train for that sword. So right now, I feel like a lot of you Capricorns are in that process, in that position, or you have mastered some level of at one point you were going through, and now you can feel it, now you can sense it, now you're starting to truly embody this. You know what I mean? This stance of power and discernment, of insight, of focus. Like nobody can deter your focus. No one can take you off of your path. No one can distract you. You're not even a distraction to yourself. This is a woman of virtue, of focus, of purpose. Or you could envision this as a male. Okay, so I love that to come out for you right in the beginning. But I was just talking about that before I got started with your reading, Capricorn. Like, you got to train for your sword. And I want my motherfucking sword. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you want yours too. And from the looks of this first oracle, I think that you do. All right. So that says, have you answered your deepest calling? So the question is, have you answered this already? Or are you in the process of answering that? Okay, Capricorn. So y'all know which side of the perspective you're on, or which side of the spectrum you're on. You're either already learning to know how to learning the answer of your deepest calling, or you've already answered it and you're on the path, okay, so to speak. All right. Thank you. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah, you're creating your life, you're creating yourself, you're recreating your reality. Okay, like I said, you have to truly train for this sword. Like, this shit doesn't come easy. It kind of reminds me of how samurais of the ancient years, and how they used to train, you know, and the structure, the focus, you know, they were very precision with the shit. Even now today, you know, if you watch a lot of them, it's just so amazing how quick they are and how efficient they are, you know, because it took a lot of practice. It took a lot of focus. It took a lot of practice. It took a lot of what's the word? I don't know. Can't think of it right now. But it took a lot of work to earn that sword. You know what I mean? It's internalized power through a sword, so to speak. You know what I mean? So either you've learned that or you're learning that. And that's creating a whole new reality for you in your life, okay? I'm not sure if I read the subtitle, but or the underlying title of the oracle is birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. It's a whole new reality because you are a brand new individual. Like I said, you've reached a mastered level of where you are in life right now. You've you know, it's kind of like you have the black belt or the red belt or the blue belt. You know what I'm saying? You're leveling up within your belt colors, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah. That's definitely what this is feeling like, what it feels like. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah. You have trained for your sword, Capricorn. You train for it. You work hard for it, and you're still working hard for it. You've had to walk this dark cave for a long time. You've had to go through the process of just finding the path through the darkness. If you can see, hopefully you can see it well enough, the clouds are very heavy and dark. There's lightning, you know, it's a dank ass cave. Snakes are over here. It's just so much going on, and it's a place that nobody wants to be. But on the other side of this reality, or on the other side of this world, is a whole new reality. It's where you're headed to, or where you already are, or where you're going. The steps are kind of like slightly lit, you know. You can see dim light on the steps that you're guided to take. So that symbolizes to me the path and the process of which you've gone through, or that you're currently going through, has not been easy for you. Okay? But you are a warrior. You have a warrior spirit. You have a hunter spirit. You have a samurai warrior. You are a samurai warrior master. Okay? Or a master samurai warrior, whichever fucking way you want to say it. You know? A whole new reality. Again, crossing the threshold. Crossing the threshold. Birthing a new age. Rite of passage. You're moving past something of your past. You're moving past a level of which you have now leveled up on. So now it's time to now it's time for more intensity, or it's time for more I don't even want to use the word intensity, because I don't want to make it sound kind of like, oh, okay, now I'm about to reach a new higher, more difficult level. You're leveling up. Okay, you're more powerful than the level that you were currently. So now it's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to again get closer and closer to that sword that you worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? All right. And this sword is magical. This sword is powerful. This sword is only you can have it. It's only made for you. Okay? Anybody else that tries to get your sword or tries to use your sword, it will never turn out good for them, and it will never turn out good for anything that they decide to do with it, because it wasn't made for them. It wasn't meant for them. It'll never be theirs. Only you can attain your sword. Only you can do that, Capricorn, okay? For whoever that makes sense for. I don't even know why I'm talking to y'all like that right now, but I'm just letting it flow, okay? But yeah, there's a whole new reality that you're creating from this brand new found fearlessness, vigilance, power, freedom. It's kind of like a general, okay? A warrior general, a captain. Like, people don't get those levels of, people don't, okay, how can I say it? People don't acquire those type of positions and titles and hierarchies of power due to just fucking around. Like, these people put in work to be generals and to be captains and to be masters of shit. It takes work. That's something that you've done, Capricorn. That's something that you're choosing to do. And because of that, you're changing your reality. And you coming up out of this dark, dank ass cave. You've had to use this sword. Even though you didn't know what you were fighting. You didn't know what you were up against. You didn't know what you were dealing with all the time. You knew you had to walk this path of this cave. You didn't know. You didn't see all these motherfucking snakes. How can you see all these fucking snakes? All these goddamn cobras and cobras and pythons, okay? You don't know. You don't know what you have to go through, what you have to overcome, what you have to fight. But you fought it. You fought it long enough to where you're actually seeing the brand new reality beyond what you currently had to experience, okay? Let me see if you can see that well enough. Yeah. Okay. A whole new reality. I don't know why I keep going back to that, but just want to let y'all know that. What falls in the fourth place is answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Again, you're being asked the question twice. The same question twice, basically. The first one that came out, right, was have you answered your deepest calling. The second one was what is your soul calling you to do? Okay, answer the call. Calling. Capricorn, what is it that you know is a part of your purpose, your highest purpose and your highest path? I'm not talking about what you want to do, what you prefer to do, what you're currently doing. What speaks to your soul? What gives you purpose? What motivates you? What gives you that passion, that constant passion, that constant, I want to get this, I want to get this, I want to earn this, I want to work for this. This is amazing. I love learning. I love growing. This gives me purpose and passion and direction all at the same time. What is that thing for you? What are those things for you? Are you learning those things right now? If you are, that's cool too. That's cool if you're learning that right now. But if you're in the space of actually knowing what that is and denying it, Capricorn, you can't deny it no more. There's no denying it anymore. You cannot deny it anymore for whoever this makes sense for. You're being asked twice in two different ways. They're telling you who you are right now. Warrior woman, warrior man. Have you answered your deepest calling? And the second question they're asking you, what is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. So Capricorns out there, for those of you who are ignoring and putting off and wasting time and, you know, and I don't think you Capricorns are real procrastinators like that. I don't, you know, but I feel like there's something very deep, very in-depth, okay, that is truly meant to be a part of your divine path and purpose. Your whole walk, okay? It's really supposed to be a certain way for you. And I feel like some of you know that. Some of you are learning that, but some of you are denying that because you're being asked twice. Okay? Some of you are even possibly, even if you're in the process, you're questioning it. You gonna answer that call, Capricorn? Or you gonna keep ignoring the obvious? Is the question. What falls in the fifth place? Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So, with that fifth oracle coming out, that explains or expresses to me, let me see if it's in frame, y'all. Yeah, okay. That expresses to me that there's something that you're currently about to step into. A higher form of learning, of growth, higher levels of spirituality. Like I said, you're leveling up in your self-mastery. You're leveling up in your spiritualism, your growth, your growth in all forms, okay? You're leveling up in those things, okay? On those levels. Those levels are no longer difficult for you. They're actually easy. And now it's time to master another level or reach a higher sense of self, okay? What's followed or embodied in the fifth oracle, okay? So this warrior woman is very closely related to the Sisterhood of the Rose. And fellas, if you fellas are watching, okay, or if some of you men come across this reading, don't, you know, think that, oh, this is a feminine energy reading. It is not specific. It is just a Capricorn energy. So this could be the butter. This could be the Brotherhood of the Rose, okay? Or brotherhood of some kind. But this is a very high level of learning. Okay, mystic, teacher, priestess, beauty and devotion. This, like I said, you're leveling up. These are higher levels, okay, where I'm deities, okay, gods, you know, people that are very iconic throughout many histories and many cultures, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's that type of learning, is that type of ascension, is that type of understanding, you know. If that makes sense, don't want to sound weird, but hey, this is just how I express it, okay? But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying when I say that, all right? So it's like you're leveling up. Like I said, there's a form of self-mastery that you're gaining on, or that you have gained on, okay? Where and I feel like this is good company because, you know, you think about all of the iconic people or all of the revolutionary individuals throughout history. Think about, you know, those people and all the things that they were before, where whoever they were or how they were while it was happening, and then after. You know what I mean? It's like it's a welcoming into a higher level of self-mastery where other people have gone through the levels that you've already gone through. Okay, beings that have already gone through the levels that you're growing through or going through, and now it's time to reach a newer level, you know, so to speak. Don't mean to sound weird. I know y'all, I know those of you who know what I'm talking about when I say that, you know. So yes, there is an acceptance here, okay, with Sisterhood of the Rose, okay? Or there's some encouragement for acceptance to truly step into your power as a divine being, okay? You're an extension of God. You're an extension of divine love, light, and power. Please know, understand, and affirm that with yourself and with the divine, and know that it to be so. Okay, know it to be so. All right. As I say that, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yep. Look at that. Okay, very, very similar in energy, very similar in themes, because you have all these queens and goddesses and deities and, you know, all of these women, all of this, you know, you see Isis back here. And look at this beautiful Egyptian queen here. Look at how she embodies her energy, and like she is completely tuned in and tapped into the atmosphere, the elements, the energy, the everything. She knows what she is, who she is. She's embodying the power from such a divine state. Like, she's so fucking regal. Can you not see that? This regality, I don't know if I'm even saying that right, but it's so regal. Okay, regality, something like that. I don't know. But it's just so regal. Very, very regal. Very, very divine. Very, very powerful. Very clean. Like, it's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful energy. Capricorns, you've either answered the call here, or you're definitely in the process of doing so and don't know it yet. Because they basically represent each other twice. Okay, this is stepping into the, it's like, okay, let me check my camera. Okay, I just want to talk about this or share this little story. Okay, back in Egyptian times, you know, there were schools, there were studies, okay, or places to study and to learn and to grow. Okay, just like anywhere. But speaking specifically on that, that's what I do remember. And it was a place of a lot of learning, okay, and it was just so much available information, and that's where you're kind of stepping into. It's kind of like you're stepping into the Egyptian library, okay, or the sacred ancient divine library to learn and to know everything that you need. Just, you know, you pull up to this beautiful place of learning, and then they tell you, hey, you know, you ask them, where do I start? Where do I start? They say, just pick up a book. Just pick. Okay, guys, my camera stopped recording. But they'll tell you, you know, just pick up a book. Just start with the puzzle. And then that kind of like unfolds your whole fucking life, so to speak. I hope you understand what I'm saying when I say that. But that's what you're stepping into, like this higher form of learning and being, actually. And what's followed by that is the complete embodiment of all that you're learning, or all that you've learned. Right here. That's where you are. Beautiful, okay? I'm gonna pull one last oracle to close this reading out. Capricorn, you have overcome so much. You're still overcoming a lot. There's so much power. There's so much resiliency. There's so much vigilance. There's so much discernment and focus. There is so much bravery. there is so much strength and power, and I feel like some of y'all don't even really know it, or you're struggling to believe it at times, but it's here. This new form of you may be very foreign to the old you, so you're kind of battling with that right now in some way, shape, or form. In any way this aspect is reflected in your life. You're struggling with the old form of you versus the newer form of you, because you're stronger than the older or the past levels. Now it's time for you to move up. It's time for you to ascend higher. You know, you're a 3rd level master or a 4th level master, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's what's happening right now. God is ascending you. Divine's guidance is ascending you. Your guides are ascending you because you practiced long enough. You've worked hard enough. It's kind of like, and it actually reminds me of, if y'all remember the movie Kill Bill. I know a lot of y'all know Kill Bill. And she went to see this Japanese master to train her, right? And to train and sharpen up her fighting skills. Y'all know that whole process. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. But the whole process was grueling. It was difficult. It was hard. It was painful. She woke up. She was training so fucking much. She woke up punching a wall. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of work that you've done. That's the type of things that you've gone through. You've worked your ass off. Very similar to a reading that I did recently. Like, you've done a lot, and a lot of you are not even aware of how powerful you are and how high or how far God is going to take you. How Divine's guidance is going to ascend you. How they're going to ascend your body, for whoever that makes sense for. You know? He trained her long and hard. She had grueling fucking days. Walking up them steps with that fucking them 2 buckets on 2 buckets of water on the end. You know, sweating and shit, hot, hungry, sore, busted up knuckles, all of that. That's a reflection of the levels that you've overcome. Now, you know, those bruises have turned to callus. Now it's time for you to ascend to higher levels. Okay? Alright, so Divine, I asked for the last oracle to come through. Thank you. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. There's a new place that you're possibly going to find through this process, or a new place that you're going to find with yourself and with God, Divine's guidance overall, when it comes to where you need to be, where you're headed, where it is time for you to go now, okay, or move to now. You know, reaching it, like I said, ascension, okay, a more appropriate, accommodating, supportive place, okay, be it within yourself or your reality or both, in whichever way it reflects in your life. There's something that you know has been missing, or there's a question within your being that you know you have not answered yet, or you're kind of ignoring and ducking and dodging. You can't duck it and dodge it no more. You're either gonna have to give an answer, you know, whatever your answer is. But from the looks of it, I feel like you're allowing now, or you're encouraged to allow your life to be understood, your question to be understood through the answers of how you need to do this thing, how you need to move about this whole situation, and how it reflects in your life. Becoming exactly what you're afraid. I feel like some of y'all are afraid to become this. You're afraid to be it. You don't think that you're ready. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting like some of y'all just feel like you don't think you're ready to do it. You feel anxious about actually doing it and becoming it. This is what you are. This is what you work for. This is what you work. This is what you've been working for. And to question it would be crazy. It really would. It's something your old self may not be familiar with, but your new self is absolutely ready. The ascension process has taken place, Capricorn, okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, it has. And it's going to love you up into what you're supposed to be, if you allow it, okay? Open your heart up through Divine's love and guidance and grace. Allow your heart to be open in the right way so that you can see and embrace and know it and feel it and not judge it so much or dodge it so much or duck it so much. Or so embrace it, okay? A more appropriate home, place, atmosphere, and reality for you as a light worker, as a divine being on this planet, within this reality, okay? So, all of that being said, Capricorn, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Hope that whatever I said resonated with you, brought you some clarity of some kind, but if not, it's okay. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you again with another reading.